Howdy folks, I just want to give you a quick update about mushrooms. If you scroll back, and you'll even see a little playlist appearing here about mushrooms. If you check those out, I've done lots of stories about growing mushrooms because I just love eating mushrooms. When I went vegetarian, I replaced meat with mushrooms, so I got really used to eating it, and I love them once you learn how to cook with them right and use them. Point being is I wanted to grow my own because fresh mushrooms are completely different than store-bought. I mean, like night and day. A lot of people, it takes a lot of skill to really get mushrooms to grow well where you can harvest them, and it's a lot easier to buy these pre-made blocks where you just stick them on and you do this. So I actually bought some blocks from John MacLeod over at Catskill Fungi, and I used them. You can see the videos about that. You'll see a little icon appearing at the top if you want to watch those. But what people ask is, okay, after your block, the mushrooms bloom once, do you ever get a second bloom? And I did get a second bloom, but it was like months later. What I did is I took the blocks, stuffed them between some trees, kind of, and so I thought I'd maybe protect them from the snow a little bit. And then I, had some pine debris I threw on top of it. And lo and behold, once the winter ended and all the snow melted, like a week later, all of a sudden these mushrooms pop up. So the blocks had a second bloom, and I'm going to try to keep them going. I'm going to keep throwing dead woods on top of them to see if that colony will just live there. So I threw the blocks of Shiitake and Oyster. Now, when I walk out and I find this, I accidentally say the wrong kind of mushroom. I say, in this clip, I say, oh, there's the Shiitake, and that is not what it is. We're looking at oysters. Later on, I did get a picture at the end of the Shiitake's second bloom. So I'm going to show you all that. And I at first was really excited about eating them, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to let them go to spore and see if they will keep reproducing. So I did not actually cut them off and eat them. I just let them go to spore and do their mushroom thing. So I'm curious if I keep up with this garden in a year or two, if I just keep throwing compost in there, if that colony will stay alive. So we'll find out. But here's what I got. So enjoy. And by the way, I am having John on the live show coming up. That would be, let's see, that would be June 1st. June 1st, this Thursday night, John MacLeod is going to come on and talk about mushrooms, and we're going to talk about growing a mushroom garden and psychedelic mushrooms and everything about mushrooms. So if you want to come on and talk about that, come listen. That live show will be. Anyway, enjoy this clip.
Check it out. Take two. So I threw this block of shiitake mushroom out after it was finished. Stayed out here all winter, and it was under some pine straw. And this has only been about a week since the snow melted, and I got mushrooms. I don't know how it survived, but it did. I'm going to eat those things today. Awesome. Yeah, boy. Mushrooms.
So these are the actual shiitakes that popped up a few weeks later. I also have wine caps that I haven't seen anything out of yet. But there's the shiitakes, and I just let these go back to spore.